Howdy folks, and welcome to a brand new series for me. Today we're going to be starting up Infinity Train, and I'm really excited for this, y'all. This show comes incredibly highly recommended. I was talking with some channel members the other day, trying to find something kind of short to kind of sandwich in here, hopefully to hit the timing right before Hazbin Hotel comes out, because we still don't know too much about that, and they suggested this. They said, hey, just do the first book for now, and you can hit the other books whenever. It's because it's not like we're getting any more of this show anytime soon, unfortunately, and I'll get into that from what I know here in a second. So yeah, this reaction series, we're going to start off just by doing book 1 of the series, the first season, and then sometime after Hazbin Hotel ends, we'll hit books 2, 3, and 4 as well. So don't worry, the whole series as it stands right now will be reacted to. But I also, in addition to just talking with the channel members, I ran a poll on my community tab between this and I think Murder Drones was the other thing I threw out there, because that's something that's newer. I've seen other reactors doing it, and so I just kind of wanted to put it out there to see how people felt. And Infinity Train destroyed Murder Drones. They straight up murdered Murder Drones. Overwhelming amount of support from me doing this show, so I'm super excited for it. I don't know too much about the show. The only background I know is that I think the first 2 seasons aired on Cartoon Network, and then seasons 3 and 4 aired on HBO Max, which is now Max, but it's not on Max right now because they took it down in the big show movie tax write-off of 2021, I think it was. At some point in the past, they took a bunch of stuff off to kind of write them off as losses, all this kind of stuff. And Infinity Train was, unfortunately, one of the shows affected by this. It had already pretty much been canceled, but now it's like super canceled. You can't really find it streaming anywhere. You can still purchase it a couple places, which is what I've done here. But other than that, it's just kind of a hard show to find, and it's really unfortunate because like I said, it's very highly recommended. So I'm really excited to dig into this. I don't know what the tone is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be comedic. I know the show gets pretty heavy at some points. I have heard that, but other than that, I don't know how I'm supposed to be feeling watching these. So hey, that'll be something hopefully we can figure out here within the first 2. And it has been a while since I think way back the second series I ever did for the channel, Over the Garden Wall, was the only other show I think I've done that's been an 11-minute kind of episode thing. So we are going to be doing 2 episodes per video here. So I have the first 2 right here. The first, I'll say the name of the second one, but the first episode here is called The Grid Car. And all the episode titles seem to be names of different cars of this train. I guess, like the name implies, it's a train that kind of goes on for forever. There's a girl named Tulip, who I think is going from car to car, I think trying to get out, but I guess I'll let the show explain itself. But yeah, like I said, don't know too much about it other than it's got a huge cult following. People are clamoring for some kind of closure on the series. I think I also saw that the creator had initially intended the show to be 8 seasons long, or at least had it planned out for 8 seasons. So we kind of only have half of what the original vision was, which is really unfortunate. And I know it's going to be very sad when I finish book 4, being like, and then what happens? I want to know. So hey, we'll get there when we get there. But for now, we're going to start with season 1, episode 1. So while I scooch over into position, kind of a long intro here, but had a lot to say about how much I don't know about what to expect. But yeah, if this is your first time here on the channel, I know starting a new show means new eyeballs usually. So hi, good to see you. Glad you're here. My name's Tallman. I like cartoons, and it would make me very happy, in addition to the usual subscribing to the channel, liking the video, leaving a comment, all that kind of stuff. Just click over to my playlists and see if there's anything else I've done that interests you. I'm sure you can find something. And yeah, that's the best thing you can do. I have YouTube memberships available if you'd like to be 1 week ahead of the main feed. So by the time you're seeing this, episodes 3 and 4 should be up for members there. So yeah, if you got a couple extra bucks you want to throw my way, feel free to join the channel as a member. I would greatly appreciate it, but don't get me wrong, you just watching is good enough for me. And now, without further ado, let's get started on Infinity Train Season 1, Episode 1, The Grid Car, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. Created by Owen Dennis.
What are you gonna do when I'm at game design camp?
Die of boredom, probably.
Yes.
Sorry, Michaela, but Oshkosh calls. I'm the coding hero.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Needs.
Nice.
I don't think they want their coding hero to stink up the whole state with her onion breath.
What are you talking about onions? Onions are delicious. I like how the kind of character animations kind of clash with the backgrounds a little bit. Like the backgrounds look absolutely stunning so far.
So, when your dad picks you up for visits,
Very
does he
painted.
come in and talk to your mom?
Yeah, sometimes.
Also, kind of the
I
hole in
guess
her
it's
hair is
weird to see your
bothering
parents
me a little bit.
talking to each other now. They're not married anymore, and everything is different.
It's fine.
She really is
Possibly his
chomping on
parents
an
are
onion, isn't
divorced.
she?
Bye.
This is
Catch
already
me when you're
starting
at camp.
off
You'll do great.
really deep.
Philip,
Yeah, even the kitchen.
Philip, it's your dad.
Look, all right, I'm going to pause it right here because even just look at this. Look at this shot right here. We have like what looks like brush strokes. It looks painted. Like, God, like, I don't want to say, like, I don't want to come off as the guy who's only seen one show before says, I'm getting really strong vibes of this show, but I'm getting a strong over the garden wall feel from this, just in how the backgrounds are presented and everything. And the character models look fantastic as well. Like, look at, I'm assuming this is her mom right here. There's just something about the way the colors are. You can tell a lot about the show by kind of the color palette they use and something. And just like the colors on her, like, yes, she's a lot brighter than the backgrounds, but like just the colors themselves look kind of bright for what they are. Like the color of her pants, I don't know. It's just hard to describe, but like this is a really beautiful show. Also starting off really, really heavy. I don't think I got those words out there, but like literally the first conversation we're having is, I'm going away for a little while. Also, my parents are divorced. Like that's a bit of an introduction for our characters. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going here. I just wanted to pause to kind of like gush about the backgrounds because it's, you know, very, very obviously the first thing that I notice with what we're presented. Beautiful stuff. Love it. If the whole show looks this pretty, then I'm in for a treat.
We need to talk to you.
Nah, she went upstairs.
I'll press play, and you're just gonna die. See, that's not right.
It's like one of the games from Action 52 where you start.
Look
Nice.
at you! You're moving around now!
Can you come down here, please?
Tulip, I'm so sorry, but your dad can't take you to camp.
Oh no.
What do you mean? You said if I brought my grade up in English, I could go. You and Dad signed a contract and everything.
I know, but...
Literally, it's on the
but your
fridge.
Dad...
Why don't you take me?
I have a 12-hour shift at the hospital tonight and then another shift on Sunday.
Is this how she gets on the train?
She'd be gone the whole time.
What, so you're both too busy to be my parents?
Hey,
You guys are the ones whose divorce keeps messing everything up, not me. This
Wow.
isn't fair.
no, it isn't fair, but it was an accident.
Yeah, but like something you've been looking forward to for so
Being
long.
divorced? It's 2 of you and 1 kid. It's not that hard.
To a kid, it's so important. Like,
Fine.
I feel for her right
Whatever,
now.
I can't go.
Tulip, wait.
I just cannot stop looking at that hole in her hair. Dang. I do like even the painted background stuff like moves and gets interacted with. Like, it's kind of rare that you see that in stuff. Like, typically objects that are interacted with, you can kind of tell. Especially in like older TV animation. Like, you look at like Scooby-Doo or stuff like that. Typically, like, you can tell like the way it's drawn on the cell, like how if an object is going to be interacted with. But here it's like it's still just the painted backgrounds. Like when she threw the thing and it hit her lamp, the lamp like shifted. Here we go. What an intro, man. What a cold open to a series. Also, I love this. I know that Stranger Things and its soundtrack has kind of like wormed its way into the public's like attention of like synth heavy, synth forward kind of
300
stuff.
miles is not a quick hop.
It's several quick hops.
Oh, well, that's lucky.
This episode isn't called the Oshkosh Train. And she never got off. Literally. With the series ending incomplete, she probably never gets off this train.
Station? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't quite make it because I decided to fall asleep in a field and dream about outdated modes of transportation. Ugh.
I can't wait to see the voice cast because I need to know. Her voice sounds so familiar.
Are you my mum?
Well, what? What? Am I what?
Are you my mum?
No.
So you've come to bring me the sweet release of death.
Also, no.
She might be large.
Or small. like a nurturing bagel.
Are those
Looking for your bagel mother too?
No, definitely
two different
not.
voices?
Ooh. North St. Paul kids probably built this.
That door is impossible to open.
St.
only
Paul.
way
So is
out
she
is through
from Minnesota? St. Paul's in Minnesota, right?
This is the train? Are there other people on here? Is this what trains are like?
Yes.
Yes to what? Which?
I don't know.
Wait, what's in the
Every
next
train is like
car?
this. I rode a train in England. It was just like this. I got on in England and got off in
I wonder what
France.
this room's
How can a train do that? Oh, is this the grid? It's like a spreadsheet, but IRL. That's pretty cool, though.
I'm one.
One.
And that's kind of a weird name to have. Unlike my name, which is Tulip and is perfectly normal. Oh, you
Tulip
know
isn't
I'm
the
getting
most
up
normal
there.
name I think I've ever heard.
Haha.
115.
What's this?
Is that like a passenger number?
1-1. Do you know what Wisconsin looks like? No,
I'm just picturing
this
the
is
red
not
letter media
Wisconsin.
guys. That's all I think of whenever I hear Wisconsin mentioned.
Okay.
Please go back inside. That's horrifying. Oh, it got even worse. Oh my god.
I'm not.
Did the number... Okay, it's still
I don't wanna be
115.
on this train anymore.
Okay, so she's off the train, but God knows where, right? Oh, I don't like the way that looks. And there's that cicada sound effect that you hear all the time. By all the time, I mean in two things. Are those like giant roaches? Oh, they're like roach dogs. I hate them. I hate those things so much. Cockroaches are like my #1 fear. Nope, nope, nope. They fly. Nope, nope. Oh, got in. I do not like this. This is a lot more stressful than I think I was expecting it to be.
I can help, Miss Tulip.
Oh, and thank you. Thank you, 1-1. But that got even more stressful.
Pop that bad guy. Bad guy's turn.
Yeah.
1-1.
It never works exactly the way you want it to, does it?
House instead of a wall.
Do you want me to start over? I'll just start over.
It does sound like two voices. One person voices one, the other person voices one. Together they are
There has to
1-1.
be a way off this train that won't kill me. Everything has rules. Even crazy things have their own logic.
Or what if in the second episode he
Train,
says his name is
right?
1-2?
Train. Is there a conductor? Please tell me you know the answer.
Conductor. I think we have one of those.
I was gonna say, he could do a callback and say, yes. It's like, are you sure? It's like, I don't know, to what? God, where are they? I guess the possibilities are endless, right?
Getting off this train.
Okay, that's it for episode 1. Hold on. Credits. I'm trying to... They're going very, very quickly. Okay, Tulip Olson, Ashley Johnson. That is... Oh, there's Glad One and Sad One. Okay. Oh, one of them is Owen Dennis. Interesting. D. Bradley Baker were the Goms. Ghoms. I'm assuming those were the creatures. I know D. Bradley Baker tends to voice a lot of creatures. Ashley Johnson, is she was Ellie, right? In The Last of Us? Okay, awesome. Okay, so it was Ellie was the thing I know her from the most. That was a really stressful first episode, folks. I enjoyed it a lot. Like, I love like the kind of mystery that's presented itself. It's like I love when shows can manage to do like old tropes. Like, this is very much an isekai kind of thing. She's lost. She doesn't know where she is. She needs to get off. She needs to get either home or to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, one of the two. And now she's stuck on this train that she just kind of hopped on. Curious to know more about it. I'm sure we'll learn a bunch of lore and everything as it goes on. But as for now, I'm just along for the ride. Very heavy stuff in the first episode. Themes of divorce, feeling inadequate or underappreciated in your home. you know, just teen angst stuff. How many times have you wanted to do something when you were younger and kind of got told and then were disappointed when it didn't happen or didn't come through? Granted, like, that's on the dad for getting the dates wrong. Like, he should have checked. He should have double checked. I feel like just in my life, I'm kind of like, I need to be like, you know, have everything planned out and everything, all that kind of stuff. So I really feel bad for Tulip that, and, you know, this whole thing would have been avoided. She wouldn't have got on that train if her dad would have just taken her to Oshkosh. It would be a completely different show. But yeah, Tulip seems, I'm sure we'll learn a lot more about her. All we really know is that she's a girl who likes coding, making her own games, presumably very creative. She kind of picked up on the rules of the grid car pretty quickly and used the kind of rules within it to kind of protect herself from the GOMs, I guess they're called. Horrifying creatures. I hate cockroaches, like I said. I love dogs, but I hate cockroaches. So it made me feel very, very conflicted, but they were very, very scary. They also started to like suck out her soul. Interesting also that they came in from the outside. So I wonder if we're still going to kind of get glimpses of where outside is. And I wonder if the outside is going to be completely different episode to episode as well. Like, she could get off and it could be like, you know, it could be like a hot desert kind of thing. I mean, I guess this did seem a little deserty, even though there was like mud on the ground. It could be rainforest. It could be, you know, it could be space. It could be like anything. Sorry, I had to do the Tim Curry space thing. Anytime I say that word's been ruined for me because of that little Tim Curry bit from that game, which I've probably played already at this point. Space. But yeah, good stuff. Lots of stuff that I'm curious about that I'm just going to wait for the show to explain for me. I guess at this point, we're just along for the ride. Pun partially intended, being on a train. But let us hop on over to episode 2, The Beach Car. As it's titled, looks good. Oh, no, it started playing. Back to 0.0. So let's get started with episode 2, The Beach Car. Time to see if 1-1 becomes, I guess it was glad one and sad one. So together they are 1-1. So good to know. But let's get started with season 1, episode 2, The Beach Car. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go.
46 down, 7 letters.
The crossword puzzle car.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been helping since the start.
1 wonderful. 1-1 brings the heat. 1-1's cute. I like 1-1.
Okay, this long beard.
Spells. I love it. God, I love even here.
There's the gutter.
God, like the creativity on display here is just so wonderful.
And you got the 11th highest score in pinball.
Don't want to be in the top 10 though. Too
Yeah.
much pressure.
Ah, it was 115 before.
Oh, it changed.
No. Did I do something wrong?
I've been-
Did I lose a point? Am I being timed?
When it reaches 0, you are gone.
You're gone forever.
I
Oh,
was talking.
That's it?
Okay.
Nobody told me this number was gonna change. Nobody said anything.
It'll change once per episode.
Stupid train.
God, the backgrounds are just still so stunning. I would go to this beach.
A strong name for a strong man.
And I love just how anything is
An
possible.
affluent man such as yourself can turn his pile of junk
Even a
into
talking cat
donuts
wearing a
with this
vest.
True, the donut holer. Presto, donut. This hat, bon appetit, donut.
Donut.
Am I going too fast for you?
I get to be in charge of selling these donut holers?
You could have a whole sales team selling these donut
Sounds like a
holders,
scam.
with pioneers like us right at the top.
Yeah, like a pyramid.
The
scheme.
MLM car.
This is the only donut holder certified by my close personal acquaintance, the conductor.
Conductor.
Oh. That sounds like a lie, though. I already don't trust this cat.
This number keeps going down, and if it reaches 0, I'm done for.
Allegedly.
What makes you think the digits below your digits are counting down to your death?
1-1 told me.
Excuse me.
Do you have a
Whiteball,
number?
Is this donut hat your mother?
Yes.
And tell me, if I put this donut hat on my head, will I die?
Sure, why not?
Charming fellow, but not the most reliable, is he?
He's a literal yes man. I will say this isn't what I expected when I, you see an episode titled The Beach Car.
I'd fix her myself, but no thumbs.
And yes, they're on
I
a
have
beach.
thumbs. I fixed some stuff with my dad.
There's still the issue.
But when you think of like a beach episode of a TV show, like you think of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, it was like all the Fire Nation people like literally having like a beach party kind of thing.
have $12.42, but one of the pennies is Canadian.
Money doesn't have much value.
Okay, so it's only worth
I've always
like
been more interested in
0.4 of a
cute
cent.
and unique. You know.
Shout out to anyone watching from Canada right now. Leave a comment if you're
In
Canadian.
exchange, I will speak to the conductor about getting you to, where was it again? Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
You want to take 1-1 with you?
Please, I don't want him anymore. But this
Deal.
cat ain't trustworthy. She brings her hand back. 113.
What kind of your own boss do you want to be?
I don't think I like that word. Boss.
I'd like to be one hell of one.
Is your name Tulip because you have a bulbous head?
What? No, it was
Fast
when
and
I was
bulbous.
born. There were complications.
Oh, it is 113.
But I bounced back like a perennial flower.
108.
Or something. I may not know what anything does, but there is a gear thing here that isn't in there. Do you know where we can get a replacement?
Oh, I know.
In the water. Oh, interesting. Moses powers.
Welcome
Also
to
not
the-
what I expected
So
from a
lock your
beach
trouble,
episode.
little squid attack
Like a
got
little
you down,
underwater
chuck your
city
cares away.
with water
You're
elementals.
in your-
This feels very Adventure Time. Like these creatures in this city.
How much for that gear over there?
Expensive taste. Now that's a handsome-looking flower.
You mean my personal heartfelt gift that I picked out for my personal heartfelt friend?
I'll take it.
Sounds
Here.
valuable. Too late. Now that I've seen it, it's the only thing I want.
Dang.
Oh, the price we pay for the things we desire most.
Ugh, fine. Just take it.
This show can be pretty funny. Very heavy, yes, but there's nice little touches of comedy here and there.
Still good.
I probably just missed a joke from 1-1, but
Shall we?
what can you do? Or 1-2, as I'm calling them in this one.
This is goodbye.
Tune in next time when I call them 1-3 and 1-4.
Where shall we meet again?
We shall meet again.
Sit tight, and I'll have the conductor sort out this whole mess.
Don't trust them. Yeah, you're never seeing that cat again, probably.
How would you like to try an exciting...
Not now.
Okie dokie. No need to lose enthusiasm, just need a different marketing audience. Wait a second. I've got
Can I
vision,
interest
my
you
good
fine
man,
folks in
and that
subscribing to
vision
my
needs a
YouTube
team.
channel?
Well, I've never been part of a team. Oh, it sounds easy and
You'll be a part of my
profitable.
team.
When I started Team Randall,
I didn't not care. That cat was gonna help 1-1 too. Probably. I don't know.
Absolutely
I
not.
guess I don't really know anything about the cat. I just wanted to get off
It's just
the
desperate.
train.
Probably not as desperate as
Listen
you're
up,
gonna be,
Randalls.
though,
If you
as
can
the
get
season
me the
goes on.
cat, I'll take your donut holder thing.
Wait, 109? It went up.
hop in my body. It's not as weird as it sounds.
I like Randall.
I changed my mind. I want 1-1 back.
Sorry, kitten, we had a deal.
Miss Tulip!
Interesting that, like, I'm paying attention to that number every time I see it. Because I'm pretty sure it went up from what it was earlier.
Up and over.
Also, I really like the design of that, orb car.
Can you slip in the cracks?
Slip in the Cracks is my middle name. Randall, Slip in the Cracks, Randall. Wow.
If you would have asked me, I thought it was Randall. It's busted again. Yeah, water doesn't work good with an electrical kind of thing. At least it failed safe.
You just made a big mistake. Good luck getting off this train now.
Have I got a deal for you? Say there, you look like a smart gal. This donut holder is...
I'm so sorry I gave you to the cat. That doesn't make it okay. But you care, and you're a good friend.
Still
and
109.
I appreciate that, and that makes me care. And I'm sorry.
It's okay, Miss Tulip. I knew you'd bounce back, just like when your parents hatched you.
And that's it for episode 2. Okay, so that was episodes 1 and 2. I'm really curious about the number now, because like I said, like it had gone down, but I also think I saw it. In fact, I still have this open. Because I'm pretty sure at one point it was like 106, and then at the end of the episode it was 109. Okay, I managed to find it like pretty quickly. It's 108 in this shot. She's like standing up here telling her story, and you can see it's 108, and at the end of the episode it was 109. So I'm trying to like formulate in my head kind of a little bit of a theory as to what the number can mean. I don't know if it's like tied to like your mental state or something. Like I keep thinking back to Howl's Moving Castle. It took me like halfway through the movie to realize that the main character who got turned into the old lady at the beginning, kind of her appearance like changes based on like her mental state. Like when she's kind of feeling weak and frail, like she looks like super old, but in the moments when she's actually like fighting for something or doing something proactive and all that kind of stuff, she still looks old, but she looks a lot younger in her features and everything. And I thought that was a really nice touch for that movie. So I'm wondering if this number is kind of tied to like any kind of a mental thing, like how close you are to giving up or succumbing to being stuck on the train kind of thing, like kind of your spirit energy kind of thing. I don't know, that's the closest thing I have right now. But I'm enjoying the show a lot. Like I said, kind of the format of it leads it to kind of just put all your creativity on display. Like you can literally do anything in this format, and even kind of do things unexpected with them. Like I said, the beach episode, you kind of think like people are going to be relaxing, having a good time, and you know, kind of a little more chill episode, but instead we got water elementals with an underwater city, and a grifter cat with a little electrical orb car kind of thing. Just completely not what you would expect from, if you would have asked me to tell you what I thought the beach car was going to be about. I thought it was just going to be a little nice vacation little spot, but absolutely not. This was probably less heavy than the first one, given the themes that kind of came up in that first one and the horrifying creatures. Here, you know, the horrifying creature was capitalism, basically, and grifter, MLM kind of stuff. Truly the most scary thing there is. But I'm enjoying the show a whole heck of a lot so far. I don't think I have too much else to say on the back end of this, so I think we're going to wrap it up here just about. Hey, as always, don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of these episodes, of this reaction, anything you want to tell me, and just a thank you for checking this out. It's always kind of nerve-wracking to start a new series. Like, you just hope you're doing a good job because, you know, aside from bigger episodes of some shows, most of the people who watch this are going to be seeing the first episode to kind of, you know, get the vibe for the reaction series, how it's going to go. So I hope I did a good job. I hope I, you know, convince you to keep watching, and just, hey, and even if not, just thanks for watching this one. I appreciate you a lot. But yeah, can't wait to dig into more. Can't wait to see what wacky, zany stuff is going to be awaiting us, and also what kind of trauma and heartbreak as well, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that. But yeah, that's about all I got, I think. So, hey, until next time, I'll catch you with some more Infinity Train. Take it easy, everybody.